Hi, my name is Shilpa Mehta. I'm one of the team members for the Case Response Group. As you know, the Group A team believes that Mountain Man should expand the business into the light beer segment. While we agree that this is a profitable approach, we believe there are other opportunities for expansion that may be more profitable. The four expansion opportunities we would like to review are: 1. Light beer entry, which is similar to what the Group A team believes in. Line extension, a high-level review of opportunities to expand to alternative packaging, operational efficiencies, and beer alternatives. 3 is regional expansion, a focus on expanding the stronghold of the current brand. 4 is premium or craft brewery entry, a deep dive on the market potential for entering the premium or craft brewery market. There are some potentials going the light beer route. Light beer can build off our core business of Mountain Man Lager. Light beer could also offset the declining lager business. Light beer could represent a sizable portion of our business in 10 years. There's no additional investment needed for plant capacity or equipment. There's a great brand awareness right now out there for light beer amongst the 21 to 27 years age range. Light beer is also the most consumed beer type. It represents 50% of the total beer market as of now. Saying that, we have major concerns going the light beer route. We are worried that light beer would cannibalize our lager business. To go for light beer, we have to reach out to female consumers, which may detract from our base consumers. This is based on the responses which we received from our focus group. We also feel that Chris's projection of doubling market share from one year to the next is very aggressive. We highly doubt it can happen. Mountain Man Lager marketing expense right now represents 2.7% of revenue, or 1.35 million, while only maintaining market share. We strongly feel that we will need to significantly increase the marketing expense to reach its intended growth. For these reasons, Team B has chosen to explore three other strategies.
We do believe that Mountain Man should consider a line extension. However, we're recommending something away from the light segment. We want to consider a number of things, including focus on manufacturing line efficiency and reducing the cost of goods sold on a unit basis. We want to look at some alternative packaging, namely cans. To date, Mountain Man has not been produced or distributed in cans, and we want to do some market research on the perception of cans. There also could be some pricing advantages by reducing the unit, as well as customer value perception. Sometimes offering 15 cans for the price of 12 can go a long way with making some purchasing decisions. We also really want to consider the craft and premium market as an alternative to the light beer. This is a similar profile. It's about 20% of the market from that targeted age range, and we think that there's a real opportunity in the heartland states for this type of product. When you look at the number of impacts, we think this will be very valuable. This will give the company a line extension, which it has not yet had. The market research had indicated that there's a retro cool component to the brand, so we think this is valuable. It's a brand that people know about, but we want to make sure that they buy it more. And this will also give us promotion opportunities at the point of sale, something that the company has not done before. We also think that this will give us greater shelf space by targeting some of the distributors, and also, most importantly, taking advantage of the higher growth rate. Craft and super premium have a compound annual growth rate of about 9%. Light growth rate is 4%, so more than double. When considering the opportunity for the line extension, we looked at a 6-year compound annual growth rate for the future periods, and we see that the super premium craft and high-end domestics have a faster growth rate at 9% compared to 4%. We also thought that because the domestic premium beer is demonstrating a decline in consumption, that there is some opportunity to gain market share in that space.
One of the alternatives we looked at was to provide the craft brewery experience, and there are several things you could do to provide this craft brewery experience. We would offer tours of the brewing process. and provide a familial atmosphere with an intentional avoidance of the corporate atmosphere in order to get friends and family to gather at the brewery. We would appeal to our original core group of customers by providing two very simple things: great beer and good food. And these two things will attract a very large group of customers. We could appeal to the younger generation of customers that Mountain Man Brewing Company is trying to capture by informing them about who made the beer, where the ingredients came from, and where the food came from. We would use a building for the brewery with some sort of historical significance, and that is just to make it a cool place where people want to go check it out and spend time there. We would host food truck events in order to increase menu options and give people an opportunity, an event to hang out at. The growth opportunity, microbreweries and craft breweries are allowed to brew up to 6 million barrels per year. So there is plenty of room for Mountain Man Brewing Company to grow, produce more beer, and still maintain that craft brewery status. The brewery would be a new source for revenue. We could charge for tours, we could charge for food, we could charge for beer. Serving beer at a brewery has naturally just a larger profit margin than it does when we put it into a distribution network. And it's a point of pride. People are willing to pay more for a beer that was made by their neighbors, made by with local ingredients or made locally. And opening a brewery or a microbrewery helps the economy. It's equivalent to a small restaurant and anything that goes along with running a small restaurant. Keeping clean, serving food, serving beer, we'll need employees to do that. So it will help the local economy. Opening a craft brewery would require us to relaunch and in some ways refocus our marketing campaign. We would increase marketing to maintain loyalty amongst our original group of core customers and relaunch the brand name. A portion of specific advertisement and sales would go to exactly just that, our original group of core customers, to maintain their loyalty. We would publicly display that Mountain Man Brewing Company is well aware that they are the people that made this company exactly what it is today. We would strengthen our core customer trust. Trust is based on three things: ability, benevolence, and integrity. We have the ability to provide what they want, which is a great beer. Our benevolence is exactly what it seems, that we are doing this because that's generally what we want to do for our customer base. And integrity and principles are exactly lined up with that of our customers, and they always will be. We want to gain loyalty in our distribution networks, and this is something a tactic big beer conglomerates use. Distributors are loyal to the beers they distribute, and they don't let competition in. So once we're into a distribution network, we want to build and maintain that loyalty and keep competition out.
One other option that our group came up with was regional expansion. As noted in the case, Mountain Man is West Virginia's beer, and their target demographic is middle to lower income men over the age of 45. Luckily, this demographic exists in more states than just West Virginia. Therefore, we are proposing that Mountain Man expand their marketing efforts into all states that identify with their target demographic. As illustrated by the map on the slide, West Virginia might be at the center of the Appalachians, but there are plenty of other states and market that could easily identify with such a brand. In West Virginia alone, Mountain Man was just as recognizable as brands like Chevy and John Deere. If they could replicate this in surrounding areas, it could improve their footprint without compromising their already strong brand and customer base. To summarize, the benefits from going with this strategy include going after their core demographic and staying true to their current brand standards while using the same ingredients and capacity. There is a large profit potential if Mountain Man could break into these surrounding markets. The decision wouldn't come without trade-offs, though. Mountain Man would go without attracting the younger demographic and would still have to spend a significant amount to build up their branding in the surrounding markets. Group A stated that they believed the light beer option would sell 50,000 barrels in 2006. However, according to our analysis, we believe Mountain Man could sell 163,000 barrels in surrounding Appalachian states if we expanded our marketing efforts in those areas. In addition, this would only cause a minimal increase of SG&A compared to launching a whole new line of beer. At 0.25% market share, this would result in a profit of just under $1 million in 2006. Please see our calculation slide at the end of the presentations to view the more detailed calculations. In conclusion, our group's recommendation is to expand regionally, and there are a few reasons for this. First off is the low-hanging fruit. There's unpenetrated markets in the Appalachians region whose constituents possess similar values to the company's blue-collar current customer base. They can maintain brand integrity. There's very little risk of jeopardizing the brand loyalty currently enjoyed with the customer base. And finally, no additional CapEx is involved. One of the biggest positives of this strategy is the simplicity in it. Mountain Man has an opportunity to achieve growth by expanding to a customer who is similar in many ways to their current customer. They just need to reach them. Their reach is easily extended by leveraging available capacity within current operations. In the event new market penetration does not occur, they can easily scale down production and return to current state operations. In essence, the additional costs of this strategy are predominantly variable.